Hi guys, it's Amy. In order for you to lower your scores, you have to become a great putter. For a lot of weekend golfers, it's really hard to find that extra time to come out to the putting green and practice your putting. And I know a lot of you guys actually practice your putting in your living room or in your office. So today I'm going to show you this fantastic putting practice you can do indoors. In order to be a great putter, obviously you have to have great fundamentals. I'm going to assume that you've watched my first putting lesson and you have a fantastic fundamentals down. So today I'm going to skip that part. I am going to post a link down below in case you haven't seen it. You can watch it and then come back. I'm going to talk about 4 things other than like the very basic stuff that helps you become a better putter. So number 1, you need to have a fairly straight putting stroke. If you're able to take it back somewhat straight and somewhat straight through, your directional control will be fairly good. And number 2, the putter head squareness. You want to have the putter heads traveling somewhat square throughout the whole stroke. That way at impact you'll have higher chances of having the putter face square at impact. And that way, you can control the direction a lot better. And number 3 is the ability to control your stroke size. If you're able to control your stroke size, then the distance control is going to be easier. But let's say you're hitting like a 15-footer and you don't really have much control over your putting stroke size. So you take it back and you realize you've taken it back too much. Then you're kind of like freaking out. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to hit it past the hole. So you decide to decelerate and hit it soft. Or maybe the other way around, you take it back to small and you realize it's not going to be anywhere near the hole and you decide to hit through really hard. Either way, if you do that, then the putter head speed through the ball is going to be different. It could be a little jerky, so the angle into the golf ball could vary time to time, so it's going to be inconsistent. You might be putting a little bit of backspin on the golf ball and side spin on the golf ball. That means it's going to be harder to control your speed and direction. So you really want to be able to control that size of the stroke. Last but not the least, you want to have a great putting rhythm. A lot of great putters have great rhythm. If you have a consistent rhythm, that means your putter face is going to have nice consistent rhythm through the ball. And the ball roll is going to be consistent. That means directional and distance control is going to be very good. So I have this one simple drill that helps you work on all 4 parts of the stroke. So I have prepared actually 4 squares of the toilet paper. I'm actually outdoors. The toilet papers were flying around, so I had to actually kind of glue it down to a cardboard. But you're going to be doing this indoors, so you don't have to worry about that. You can just rip 4 squares off and lay them on the ground. Just a little background, I actually love putting. I am a fairly good putter. If you guys see my course logs, you probably have seen me make a lot of putts. I have a nickname of Putting Goddess. And also, I was champion of this Dave Pell's putting championship when I was a junior golfer. And when I used to compete on tour, my putting statistics were actually fairly good. So I'm a decent putter. And when I putt, I see 2 lines. One is a very thin line the ball rolls on. So I see a thin line from the ball to the hole, and then the second line is a very thick line, as thick as my putter face from the ball to the hole. Ever since I was younger, whenever I had trouble with the squareness of the face or the straightness of the putting stroke, the visualization of a toilet paper going from the ball to the hole really helped me get that putter face square to the traveling square and taking it back and straight through. So I just want to share this visual with you guys too. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay him down like so, and we're going to break the stroke down a little bit, and it's going to be a little bit different than a regular stroke. And you're going to get to the top, start from the middle, get to the edge of the first 2 squares and full stop. From here to the other edge, 2 full stop. Let's try that again. So I want 1, 2, 1, 2. By going slow and breaking it down, you're able to pay attention to 4 things. When you go 1 full stop and 2 stop, you're learning to control the stroke. And plus, when you stop after 1 and then go downswing and 2, you're teaching yourself the correct rhythm. And plus, when you're going slow, you'll be able to look at your putter face, see if it's traveling square on the toilet paper or if it's like wobbling around. And also the path, you want to pay attention if the head is traveling within the toilet paper versus making zigzags. So you're able to pay attention to 4 things when you break it down a little bit. Let's try it again. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. So when you keep doing this, you will feel counting with your abs. So your abs are making the shoulders move to rock 1, 2. Then you'll realize it's a lot easier to control the size of the stroke and rhythm of the stroke if you use your core to rock the shoulders rather than using the hands and the shoulders. And you feel how nicely the armpits stay kind of connected. That way you can really use your abs to count 1, 2. If you look at my putter face, I'm going to teach you the difference between face balance and a toe balance. If you kind of balance your putter in your index finger like this, you don't have to do anything, and check your putter face. You see how my putter face is kind of facing the sky, but the toe is still dropped slightly. So what it means is that a perfect face balance putters look like this. When you balance it, the putter face is going to face directly to the sky. When you putt, the club head is going to travel straight back and straight through. So it's actually, a lot of people prefer that. And then if you check your putter, if the toe goes downward a little bit like this, it's called a toe balance putter. Toe balance putters tend to make a little bit of an arc when you're stroking. But one thing you have to be aware of is that with the toe balance putters, you're not exactly trying to rotate anything to make the arc happen. You're putting the same way as a face balance putter. You're trying to make it go straight back and straight through, but the balance of the putter head is what makes the putter arc. So I want you to remember that point. And then since we're only using 2 squares for the backswing and 2 squares for the downswing, it's not a big stroke, so you won't see a huge arc. So I want you to be aware of those 2 things, and when you're stroking, don't worry too much about arcing and really get used to this. So I would like you to start with 5 minutes a day, and eventually once you get comfortable, you can add flowing rhythm to it and just go 1, 2. You're going to get all 4 things corrected, and in no time you will gain a nickname of putting god or putting goddess. Hope you guys enjoy the lesson, and I'll see you guys in the next one.